I got started as a singer, really quite by accident. I was doing one of the serials for the Mickey Mouse Club called the Annette Show. And I played a little country farm girl, and the Sherman Brothers wrote a song for me to be sung on the hayride, to be laughed at, actually. And it was called How Will I Know My Love?
How will I know my
And
darling?
after the show aired, I remember Walt Disney came to me one day and he said, "We've got to put this out on a single. We're getting fan letters like crazy. Kids want to buy it." And I said, I don't sing. I'm sorry. And he said, "Well, I'm signing you to a recording contract, young lady. You're singing." I said, "Yes, sir." And that's really what started my singing career. Reaction to the song came so unexpectedly. And it was really my first time in a recording studio. And I was working with a wonderful arranger conductor by the name of Tutti Camerata, who had done all the music for the studio, for the Vista label. And he was so kind to me. I mean, he was a paisano, and he was just sympathetic and very supportive. And in fact, he's the one that came up with the idea of the Annette sound.
Be so satisfied when you know how to glide.
To get the Annette sound, I would sing the song through one time, or, sing it many times until it was exactly right. Then I'd put the earphones on, hear my own voice, and sing to it, as exact as I could possibly get it. So it gave me that larger sound that I needed, because my voice is very small and a range of about 3 notes. So it worked. I mean, it really worked, because a lot of other artists went to that technique. I think my favorite song was one that the Sherman Brothers wrote called Pineapple Princess.
Pineapple princess, he calls me pineapple princess all day.
That song came from an album called Hawaiianette. Then we went on to do Danceanette, and we did Italianette. And between the Sherman Brothers and Tutti Camerata, they really pulled me through. And I was lucky enough to get 5 songs that made the top 10. So how are you going to explain that? The first song that I did outside of the Mickey Mouse Club in a studio, I believe, was Tall Paul. And because that made a lot of noise, in Cashbox and Billboard, and it did quite well, other songs were always being written for me. Well, I worked with anyone who was popular in the late 50s and 60s, like Paul Anka, Bobby Rydell, Fabian, Connie Francis, and of course Frankie Avalon and I have continued our friendship through all these years, and we did 8 beach pictures together.
Well, I don't care what the whole world thinks.
She loves the monkey's uncle.
Call us a couple of missing links.
This is when the Beach Boys were first starting out. You heard their sound and you just knew that they were really going to be something big. And of course they were. And I am so proud to say that I was one of the first artists to work with them on their way up. So I really shouldn't put down my singing career, because I'm so appreciative of everything that has come my way.